In today's video, we'll be discussing the jurisdiction of International Criminal Court. ICC can exercise jurisdiction with respect to certain crimes mentioned in Article 5 of the Rome Statute. These crimes are crime against aggression, crime against humanity, war crimes, and genocide. The second factor is the temporal jurisdiction. Now, ICC shall have temporal jurisdiction over all these crimes. Temporal jurisdiction means that ICC can exercise jurisdiction only over those crimes which were committed after the Rome Statute came into force. Now, when a particular new member becomes a party to the Rome Statute, then ICC can exercise jurisdiction with respect to that particular state only with the crimes which are committed once it became a member of the ICC. There is a certain exception to this clause. The exception is where under Article 13 clause 3 a particular state can actually file a declaration saying that it accepts the jurisdiction of the court even in those cases or even in those crimes which were committed on its territory before it became a member of the Rome Statute and after the Rome Statute came into force. Now, to exercise the jurisdiction of ICC, referrals can be made by three different authorities. Firstly, by the prosecutor himself. Secondly, by any member state party. And thirdly, a referral by a United Nations Security Council charter. With respect to these referrals, there are again certain preconditions which need to be fulfilled. The first precondition is that any particular state, when it becomes the member of the Rome Statute or becomes a member of the ICC, then it has automatically given its consent accepting the jurisdiction of the International Criminal Court. The second precondition is that whenever there is a referral either by a state party or by the prosecutor himself, then on those conditions ICC can exercise jurisdiction if one of the two conditions are being fulfilled. First, the territory on which a particular crime has been committed is a territory belonging to a member state party of the Rome Statute, or a particular individual who has been accused of committing certain international crimes, he belongs to a particular state which is a member of the Rome Statute. Hence, these two preconditions need to be fulfilled if there is a referral either by a state party or by the prosecutor himself. Regarding the UNSC referral, it is not necessary whether any particular person is a member of the Rome Statute or not a member of the Rome Statute. What matters is the UNSC referral is there, because once UNSC has referred a particular situation, then all parties give an automatic consent even if they are part of the Rome Statute or they are not part of the Rome Statute. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, then please like and share and subscribe to our channel Intellexia. You can also follow us on Twitter. Do tell us in comment section what all videos of international law do you want us to make. Thank you.